Bruce, now all new on Eyewitness News. Did you pay more in property taxes this year? You may not be alone. A new report says half of Connecticut's towns had to raise their property taxes. And that has one group calling for changes tonight. Channel 3's Mike Savino has been getting reaction from both public officials and taxpayers, Mike. And we're wondering, what are they saying?
Well, Denise, Connecticut homeowners have already paid some of the highest property taxes in the nation. So now town officials are hoping that some relief is on the way. But some of the taxpayers we talked to aren't confident any is coming. Property taxes went up in 79 of the 169 towns across Connecticut this year, according to the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities. That has renewed calls for local tax relief. CCM Executive Director Joe DeLong saying in a statement, the need for adequate state aid to achieve significant property tax relief, along with the other diversified local revenue sources and greater authority to contain local costs, is undeniable. Governor Ned Lamont promised property tax relief on last year's campaign trail. Today, he said he and lawmakers did what they could in the budget adopted this year.
We did pretty well as a state. We provided funding under the ECS formula on time. We did not cut back on municipal aid. And again, I emphasize on time so people had a chance to plan accordingly.
But CCM says the budget hasn't done enough to fix this long-standing problem. According to CCM, the average property tax bill in Connecticut is $2,847, third highest in the country. The national average, $1,518. Part of the problem, according to CCM, is a lack of state funding. For most towns, education funding is the largest stream of state aid, but funding hasn't seen growth in years. State aid accounted for 23.4% of local budgets in Connecticut, ranking 40th nationwide. The national average is 32.9%. New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart says she had to get creative to avoid tax increases this year. But she also says her city is lucky to receive more state aid than most suburbs.
While we were lucky this year because of good management in the past, in the future, we might not be so lucky unless the state really starts to change the way that our structure is.
Stewart says the state should allow towns to find revenue from sources other than the property tax. But some people we talked to don't think that's realistic.
The state is broke. If the state were a business, it would have been out of business a few years ago.
CCM says it will continue to look for solutions in hopes that the legislature will address this problem in the future. From New Britain, Mike Savino, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Mike, thank you. We have this just into our newsroom moments ago. Senator Len Fasano, the leading Republican in the state Senate, is responding tonight to Governor Lamont's comment that he's telling towns and cities to do a better job at job managing. The Senate Republican leader released a statement tonight saying in part, quote, Governor Lamont's comments are insensitive and completely out of touch with reality. Year after year, our towns and cities work hard to manage their budgets and support their residents. Meanwhile, the state has a long history of breaking its promises and shifting state burdens onto our municipalities.